Rob said, I think there was a French horn that was a little bit flat on bar 36 or something. And I thought, what's he saying here? Just play it back. So he played it back. And sure enough, one of the instruments was a little bit off. So, I mean, Rob is very, very much into the music, very much into the score.
And also, too, he's very good at giving compelling emotional instructives, too. And that sometimes is even more helpful than the musical stuff when it's from someone that wants to push you into something good.
I can't write music. I can't read music. I'm not a musician. I'm not a composer. I have love and honor and admiration for anyone who can play an instrument and awe of anyone who can actually sit down and write music. The idea of blending the worlds of computer algorithmic musical writing with the classic Hans Zimmer or Eric Korngold or Elmer Bernstein, all the great composers, to kind of blend the worlds in a 30-year-old composer who had his foot in both was a dream for me.
What we've got going here is I'm doing a big percussion record session. For this, I wanted to do real, organic, powerful percussion that had a ton of girth to it, the kind of thing you can't get with samples. This is Tony's stuff, this side, and the other side is Kurt's. These guys are like as specialist as you can get. We're using all kinds of things, lots of Middle Eastern instruments, Asian instruments, and then lots of found metals. It's kind of tuned. There, you're nice. That's good. Oh, that's really good, Kurt. What is that, man? They must drive their wives crazy. He was telling me that that's like his cut-up pool ladder. I was like, that's great, man. I love it, yeah. That's it, dude. That's it. Let's pick those up first while you guys are thinking of it. That sounds great, Tony. We're gonna grab a good bar, and then let's do the ding, 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 ding part. Just, I think like the first bar they got it. Really? Play? Yeah. In doing this, I wanted to have sounds that echoed the sounds of war. I like the other way, the way you started.
How should I tighten?
Yeah, that's the way I like.
How should I tighten up this verse?
So a lot of what I've done at the studio is prep things like artillery noises, time corrected them, explosions, marching. Then we're adding all this incredible metallic percussion over top of that. It's massive, dude, and no marching snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taka, 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 taka. Do like a boom, kaka, kaka. It's common to everything be premeditated, and you sit with a sequencer or you sit at the piano and you write the stuff out, and then you get in and it's written down and you record exactly what you have written. But something I really like doing for scores was just going in and freestyling. I have an idea and it involves pool balls. I'll be right back. Watching picture and then finding an interesting way to solve whatever conundrum it is you need to solve for that scene. Yeah, mad space. In fact, maybe not even the first backbeat, like ba-boom. Ka-ka. Click the sticks together really hard. Kraka-taka-taka-taka-taka. Much more fun to sit and do this like this than to write everything out meticulously for me, you know?
BT had done a track for a club scene. When I heard it in the movie, you know, Rob and I were talking, I was like, we should definitely get a vocal on this. And I finally said, what about going to David Bowie? Because I love David Bowie.
David Bowie seemed like such a long shot because David is a legend. I mean, David is the greatest of all the rock and rollers who have made it from the late 60s to now. I mean, basically, 2/3 of the entire history of rock and roll, this one man has been creating, performing, recording. It just seemed unlikely. And then he heard the track and the power of the kind of fresh dance vibe that VT can create, is famous for creating. Got him. And he went in the studio and recorded She Can Do That.